My video died and I am back. We were talking about growing stevia and growing a sweetener so that you will have a sweetener in your staple of foods. If you're growing foods, you should be growing a sweetener as well. Do not forget to put the sweetener on your things to grow because you need a sweetener. Well, if that's, of course, yeah, some things people want to make cakes. They want to make pies. They want to make things. They want to add a little bit of sweetener to it versus sugar, which is harmful. Let's just call a thing a thing. It causes inflammation of the body. Research has told us that. But we have grown up. We have grown up with sugar, and we think, thinking that sugar was the thing that we were supposed to have, and baby, it has really done some damage to our bodies. And so I grow stevia over here as my go-to sweetener. I sweeten my coffee with it, my teas, my lemonade, anything that when I want a sweetener, my go-to is this stevia right here. You can make a tincture. That's what I was trying to say. You can make a tincture out of it so that you'll have a liquid stevia, and whereby you extract the sugar out of the leaves, which is a process just like you would for medicine. But liquid stevia is amazing. I'll show you what I currently use. Trader Joe's sells liquid stevia. It looks like this. 0 calories, 0 everything. 0 fat, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 sodium, 0 everything. And 0 protein. It's nothing but a sweetener. And it's solid. So you should grow some. You should add that as a staple to your growing things this year. This is my first harvest for the year, and I've got plenty of it. And so the next batch this is going to be dried stevia, but my next batch I'm going to put inside of use as a tincture and just put it in a jar with some liquid glycerin and just let it sit so I can make my own stevia drops. Yep. And you can use that, like I said, you only need a couple of drops because it is so sweet. When I tell you that stevia it is so sweet. No additives, none of that stuff, y'all. None of it. No worry about cancer from whatever they put in all them other sweeteners that, we've seen come along. None of that. So God made this plant special. He made this plant special. And if you have not added stevia to your staples, you should try it. I tell you what, I can lick my fingers right now and I know they're sweet. Because I can just feel the stickiness of the plant on my fingers. Even though it's dry, but some of these leaves aren't all the way dry, so I'm gonna probably put them back in the oven and let them crisp up a little bit more, so I'll get a solid jar of stevia because I'm harvesting my plants a lot more this year because in the past years I haven't been getting as much because I was enamored with the beauty of my plants versus the benefits of them. Like they can be pretty, but baby, you need to cut these things right now so they can keep growing. And I think that is a very a hard lesson for those who are growing for the first time. But the more you cut it, the more it grows. It's the more you prune it, the more it's gonna grow back. So I love, that clarity and understanding God shares with us in his word, just like you. You know, the things you go through in life are to prune you to so that you continue to grow in God's favor and love and all the things that He has for you. Hey, welcome to the live. And all the things that He has for you. Just like we prune back our plants, God prunes back our lives, prunes us in ways that maybe don't always feel so good. It never feels good to get cut, y'all. To get cut. But sometimes we need to be cut because we know that what we did wasn't right, okay? And sometimes we just need to get cut so that we can get back on the right track. And that's what I love about God. His word tells us and uses even these simple things like things of the garden to train us to think about things in a different way. Just like the pruning aspect of these of this harvest. I don't know what that is. So this is stevia. This is stevia, the plant called stevia. It is a herb sweetener. It's a sweetener that we grow to. It's a sweetener that we grow for to use in our foods. But this is the liquid version from Trader Joe's. This is what I grow in my garden. The same thing. 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 additives. Just liquid stevia. Yep. So that's what we're doing here today. And I just wanted to hop on here because I like to come and when I am doing things, I like to come here to share what I'm doing in behind the scenes as well, because sometimes people don't know what you actually do from farm to table. You know, this is farm to table. I am processing this as a sweetener, and I will show you. This is one step. This one step is a step of just drying and getting it off of the stems and separating the stems, because the stems is not what I want to save, right? And this is one method, drying and saving, to use in your coffee or your tea or whatever, or in your baking goods, baked goods. But then there's also another method where you can use the actual live leaves that weren't dry, that you freshly cut leaves. You can use those to extract and make the tincture, which is what I just showed you right here. Liquid stevia. And so I like to come here to show you the behind the scenes as well, because so you know what to do with it if you ever grew stevia, and all the reasons why you should, because the evidence points to how awful how awful sugar is to us, damaging it has been to us as a humans. It's never been good for us, and it's because they strip the cane, the nutrients, the sugar cane, and that's what made it bad. And they put all these other things in there, and it makes it bad. Okay, it causes inflammation. A lot of the things that we are struggling with, it feeds bacteria. It does a lot of harmful things. And in the research, I'm gonna put, if y'all want to know more about it, I can put the research in there so y'all can see for yourselves, because it is horrible. It is horrible. The effects of sugar has been absolutely horrible. It feeds tumors. It feeds every bad thing. It just feeds it and makes it grow. Feeds it and make it grow. So this is my first harvest of my stevia. I just put away almost a half a pound of raspberry leaves. I grow a lot of herbs here too that I like to continue growing, and so I grow raspberry specifically for the leaves, particularly because I have to cut them back often because raspberry is so invasive. And so I have to cut it back a lot often before I can get the fruit. And I think the leaves are far better, are a far better attraction to me than the berries themselves, than the raspberries themselves. I'm okay. I have plenty of blackberries and other fruits that I'm not all that fond of raspberries, but I do need the raspberry leaves. So for that, to that end, wherever it pops up, I cut it down for the leaves. So because if I don't cut it down and the berries grow, then the berries are going to keep dropping more raspberry plants as they die everywhere. So yeah. So I am using a cast iron skillet to do this because I don't want to use metals because metals destroy the body as well. We're going to now put these leaves back in, have a few more that need a little more drying. And we're going to put this back into this pan. Now that I've taken most of the stems out, and we're going to put it back into the oven just for a little while so that these other stems, these other few stems, and anything that's remaining that has moisture in it, we just want to get the moisture out of it so that when we put it in the jar, we won't be subject to mold or mildew or anything like that that will destroy the plant or the herb. So anyway, thank you for being here. I'm Dr. Eve. Here on my channel, we talk about all things living well. And please do, if you like more content like this, please do like and subscribe so that I can continue sharing and growing here on YouTube. Until next time, bye for now.